Hey everyone, we're back again.
Pause for dramatic effect.
And welcome back. This is our first proper podcast we've done in months, pretty much. Today we're going to be talking about everything that we missed out during COVID. Cinemas have reopened in Australia, so we've been a few times. We just have not talked about anything we've seen in cinemas. So we're going to be doing 3 parts of this video. We're going to be talking about the movies we saw. Then we're going to be talking about all of the new stuff that almost is exclusively from Disney. And then, what was the next one? We're talking about HBO Max and their plan to destroy cinema.
The death of cinema.
Yeah, okay. So, I've just got a list of stuff we've seen. And we will talk. First off, me and Harry both saw Happiest Season, the LGBT rom-com Christmas time fun slam jamboree with Kristen Stewart and the girl from Terminator and the girl from Parks and Rec.
Mackenzie Davis, Aubrey Plaza, Alison Brie, Victor Garber, Mary
the man who
Steenburgen.
made the Titanic, Doc Brown's wife from Back to the Future 3, the guy from Schitt's Creek.
Dan Levy.
Yeah. Who else is... There's a role the guy or the girl from. But it was a good movie.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think it was just familiar enough, but just had its own spin. But it was like, this is a nice little Christmas movie. I think that we had an ensemble of really interesting characters and sort of relationships. I feel like the relationships were better than the characters.
Yeah, because Kristen Stewart is playing Kristen Stewart. Mackenzie Davis is playing... I don't know. Mackenzie Davis is in another movie with... Did you know the movie Irresistible?
I do not know.
I was really excited about it because it was directed by Jon Stewart and it was kind of meh. But, we'll talk about that later. It was a fine movie. It was, I guess, my favorite movie of the last 5 years, which I guess I've praised enough on this show, is Portrait of a Lady on Fire. But, this was definitely more of a Hugh Grant style of rom-com.
Yeah,
it was a traditional rom-com. Like, there was one of a similar movie was, I think it was called, like, Imagine Me and You, which was, like, a British LGBT rom-com with Cersei Lannister and one of the girls from
Do you know any
Looper.
Actor names? Or do you just
not
know
really.
character
What
names?
was her name? And that was, like, fine. I think this was better than that. I think that there's that big controversy online over who Kristen Stewart should have ended up with. Spoilers, I guess, if you haven't seen it.
I think the movie is grounded enough that Kristen Stewart is not going to pursue the person she's spoken to over the past 2-3 days.
No, the romance per se isn't actually that big a part of it. It's more the acceptance from Victor Garber, and
who was phenomenal in this.
Yeah.
Especially as an openly gay actor for a long time. I was like watching his performance and I was like, this is like really good stuff.
Yeah.
Mr. Firestorm.
And Mr. Titanic Man.
Oh, Mr. Titanic.
She can sink, I assure you that.
Oh, Mr. Dark Waters businessman.
What was it? Levy's son? What's his first name? Dan. He was the best part of the movie, though.
Oh, yeah.
When he's pretending to be a straight guy. That was hysterical. That was brilliant.
My favourite arc was him and the fishes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, every time I was kind of hoping they'd just cut more back to him. Because at a certain point in the movie, it's just kind of started to drag a bit when it was kind of just like everyone is talking about their past.
It wasn't even like dragging, it just felt a little like, I mean, we've all been at awkward family events and it was just like, oh.
The movie did, yeah.
Like it was a very entertaining and a very like almost intoxicating film, but there were moments when it was like,
been there, done that.
This is and then cutting back to
we're coming
to
around
him.
for Christmas. Will they accept the word? And it's like every Christmas special ever.
But yeah, Dan Levy, amazing.
All right.
Hanging out with the ex of Mackenzie
That
Davis.
was brilliant, wasn't it? Yeah.
Saying, "Do you pump?" and like grabbing his bicep.
Okay, do you have any movies you want to talk to about, or?
Well, I think we were bound to get around to this eventually, but the sequel to E.T., 10
Tenet. This was the first movie we saw back in a cinema.
And it was the most movie that I've ever movied.
I still think the most movie I've ever movied is Aquaman. Aquaman was the most movie to ever movie. That has literally everything.
Special plug to the Village Cinemas date seats at the back that Tyrone and I got
sweet.
stuck in.
They were pretty sweet. Although it was kind of awkward hearing the audience clap for something that wasn't...
audibly laugh and clap throughout.
Something that wasn't an IMAX crowd.
A 6
clapping.
out of 10 movie.
No, but Tenet was good.
It was Chris Nolan overreaching.
Yeah, this was everything. If Christopher Nolan films annoy you in aspects, say over convoluted plots,
muffled dialogues,
yeah, the explosion of music, you're not gonna like this. For me, Dunkirk kind of reached that, but yeah, that was only because I had a splitting headache watching it. This one started to give me a headache just because of how loud the sound was. It was crazy loud. It
was deafening. Like through most of my movie experiences, it's not been that bad. That must have been the worst. I don't know if the sound mixing was just
the sound mixing
horrible,
was bad. Yeah,
but you could hear your ears ringing for hours.
Action
afterwards.
and special effects, though, that is what this movie is.
And even performances.
I think
the characters are very just lackluster, but I think Robert Pattinson and John David Washington are so charismatic.
Patel from yesterday, he was good.
I just think they tried to do the Mission Impossible
what was
format
your
of
thoughts,
set pieces.
What was your thoughts on Kenneth Branagh's performance?
It was definitely...
It felt so out of place for me.
I kind of fell into it as the movie went on.
I kind of did.
At the start, I was like, this is a lot. But
when he was screaming at Elizabeth Debicki, I was like, okay.
I'm a sucker for Ken Branagh, so I think I learned to love him.
I really loved him in Dunkirk because he was playing it very straight. Here it was kind of...
I like it when he's playing it really, really straight, like in Chamber of Secrets.
I like it when he's playing it over the top, as hammy as hell, like in his Hamlet movie, which was written, directed, produced, everything by him.
I like it when he's directing very Shakespearean, like in Thor.
Yeah, I mean, the first Thor is fine. But, okay, yeah, why are we talking about Kenneth Branagh? He was in it.
We love Kenneth Branagh.
He was a villain who was something. Michael Caine showed up looking very old.
Say the lines for Chris Nolan. I think, like, Elizabeth Debicki as well was...
I think she was the best performance in the movie.
She kind of was very subtle in her performance, whereas everything else was like, I don't know what I'm gonna be, so I'll be charismatic.
Like John David Washington, he has this, I don't know, he just has this look and presence which... I guess, like his dad, he could step into any new role and become an iconic protagonist.
Yeah.
However, we don't know a damn thing about...
Did you say protagonist?
I did say protagonist.
I've got a great idea. What about instead of giving a character a name or any character development, we call them the protagonist?
I mean...
What about we set up all of their
it's an idea.
Backstory after the movie?
Yeah, it's an idea, but like... Really, Christopher Nolan characters never have any pizzazz to them. None of them ever are. Even Batman is just straight-faced, unfazed guy, and that is every.
There are two layers to Batman, and he is Batman, and he's disguising himself as Bruce Wayne, and that was all you needed in The Dark Knight because he was playing off other characters that were more developed. But I feel like Robert Pattinson was similarly nameless and nothing. And
what was his name? Start with an L or something. I can't even remember.
I feel like if Robert Pattinson had a bit more character work going for him, the protagonist would be fine.
I feel like, the protagonist was fine. Maybe if Robert Pattinson's... Because everyone was always 100% on top of what they were doing.
Yeah.
There was never like Aaron Taylor Johnson was there and everyone...
Which was a neat little, he's in this.
He's in this. He's cool. Act. He's a good actor.
He's given the right roles.
The problem is all of his characters are just... Well, maybe not all of his characters. I'm just thinking about this and Godzilla are just boring.
Hey, you know what he's not boring in?
Kick-Ass.
The Avengers Age of Ultron.
Well, yeah.
You didn't see that coming?
No.
You didn't?
I didn't like that
What about all these bullets? Did you see them coming?
Oh, yeah, that thing which other Quicksilver would have just moved to the side he gets hit by. Oh, whatever.
Worst speedster ever.
But, I think if you're not... It's a movie you need to be in the mood for.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, if you're just sitting down on a Sunday afternoon, all right, I'll watch the new Christopher Nolan movie. You are going to be
half on my phone.
You're punched in the face with exposition for a good chunk of it.
Tune out for a split second and none of it makes sense.
All right, yeah.
And tune in for all the seconds and it still doesn't make a lot of sense.
Still doesn't make a lot of sense.
What was Tenet?
The word that they had to say.
Did they ever say it after he was told that he'd have to say
What
Tenet?
was that guy in? He was... The guy who said it, was he in Dark Knight Rises?
He is...
I swear I've seen him in another
I'm trying to figure out
movie.
what I've seen him in before.
He's been a villain in a movie, though. He looks kind of like a... Not young Werner Herzog, but he looks kind of like him. But, Tenet was good.
Yeah.
Not like compared to other Christopher Nolan movies. Most other Christopher Nolan movies have memorable characters, at least. You know, even say Dunkirk still had the great story of the young soul. There was say the scene where Harry Styles in Dunkirk is like trying to assess whether this guy was he like a French or thought he was a Nazi in the boat with them, and they're trying to assess it. A scene like that was not in Tenet. There was never a scene where the characters were...
It's not claustrophobic.
No.
It's not desperate. Everything...
No one ever raised their voice above a certain level either.
Because everyone's remaining cool, calm and collected and they know their role, and because the audience doesn't quite... You feel a little out of it almost.
Yeah.
And like... I think Christopher Nolan's falling into the Shyamalan trap of, well, this is my formula. Got to have a plot twist. Got to have a big concept, world-bending concept. And
I think
now that he
doesn't get sucked into it though. I don't think he doesn't fall for a bad one. Christopher Nolan, like it's still a really good movie.
I think that his need to have an Interstellar or an Inception or a whole
I enjoyed Interstellar
concept,
more than this. I think.
Yeah. I think that's kind of
because
the
Interstellar, you still had a really good connection with the characters.
Because characters were characters.
And whatever Anne Hathaway's relationship with Michael Caine
and Matt Damon.
And Matt Damon, he was a bad part of that movie.
He was.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, he's in this. Oh no, he's bad.
Okay, Tenet, thumbs up. Make sure you're in the mood to watch it though.
Thumbs kind of on a 45-degree angle.
45, yeah. Okay, the next one I saw was Fatman with Mel Gibson and Walton Goggins. Mel Gibson plays Santa Claus.
Naturally.
He lives out in some town in middle America. And
Santa's American.
This is it's
was
an interesting
written by Mormons.
It's an interesting concept. So,
sorry, is it?
Yes,
a kid hires a hitman to hunt down Santa Claus is an interesting concept.
I'm not saying I like the movie, but it's an interesting concept, a gritty take on Santa Claus. So Santa Claus exists in this world. However, he hasn't been able to get out to as many more kids are getting coal. Less kids are believing in it, and they're kind of just like
it's every Christmas movie ever.
Rotating the Santa narrative so that capitalism can keep on going in the Christmas shopping. Walton Goggins collects actual presents that were made in Santa's workshop, and he's a hitman on the side. So there's this little spoilt brat rich kid who finishes second in a science competition, and eventually Santa gives him coal for threatening the little girl who won first place. So then the little kid says to Walton Goggins, go hunt him down. The next hour of the movie is literally Walton Goggins just driving to Santa's place while Santa's workshop.
So it's a standoff. It's not a hunt movie, it's a standoff.
My problem is that it built up to this Mexican standoff, which I was hoping would be done in 10 seconds. Unfortunately, there is so much just get out your machine gun and shoot up everyone.
Which is what we all know Santa as.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine if you want to go for something different like that. It's just...
I think this movie being good to great in any way was impossible because someone thought, let's put all this money into Mel Gibson as Santa, who is trying to fight Walton Goggins, who is trying to kill him because little boy got mad.
The actress who played Mrs. Claus was really good. That's like probably the best part of it. Like, I hated the standoff. Most of the action scenes were all just John Wick on a lower budget. Just let's shoot them up. Let's shoot everyone. Let me get out my machine gun and shoot people. I liked... So the US military has to help out the elves with getting out the presents. I don't know, that was kind of
Thank God for America.
Neat concept.
Oh, the military.
I thought it was... I was kind of sitting there confused for most of it, and then by the time it was finished, I was still kind of confused, but I thought it was fine. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. If you think that concept sounds neat, go watch it. Next!
It doesn't.
Do you anything you want to talk about before I get to the next one?
I don't think I've seen any other movies. I've spent so much time watching TV. I have watched no movies.
Freaky with Vince Vaughn as a serial killer.
This is something I want to get around to. Is it worth it?
I had an absolute blast. Okay. That was only because me and Adam had an empty cinema when we saw it. So we could laugh out loud. The movie... Yeah, so basically Blumhouse's new... well, not this division of Blumhouse is you take a concept from a comedy movie and
make it a horror.
You make it a horror.
The Happy Death
Day movies. What's the other one I'm thinking of? Can I think of another one?
I think Happy Death Day was the main one. Freaky.
There has to be another one. Well, whatever. They're going into this now.
Yep.
I really love the Happy Death Day movies.
I haven't seen them.
Not love, but I really enjoy them for what they are. First one's probably better than the second one is kind of just like the crazy let's have fun with it, which I really enjoyed. First one's just like a solid rinse repeat day movie.
Yep.
This one was Vince Vaughn. You watch the movie for Vince Vaughn. All of the other characters are just complete stereotypes.
You can just tell it's going to be high school.
It's high school. You've got her gay friend, her bestie, the jocks,
Is there a crush?
There's a bitchy girl.
Is there a crush?
There's a
the
crush is the word. The kid who plays, like most of the actors, the main girl, right? She looks, she looks fine, right? But then, of course, they do that thing where Vince Vaughn, when they swap bodies, and Vince Vaughn gets the hair back, and then everyone's like, "Whoa, she looks so hot because she's in a leather jacket." It's like, what? She just looks the same. She looks she's just
not an unattractive actress.
No, maybe it was just because she looks shy. She was super shy when she was her normal self.
But Tyrone, confidence talks.
I swear they played that song.
You swear?
I swear they played the song Confident. What's that one? The da 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 da. They played it in Happy Death Day too. Happy Death Day.
As well.
They played that song, yeah, and when she's walking through... Vince Vaughn was great, though, as the little girl. He was amazing. Although there was one scene...
Vince Vaughn should play more little girls.
There was one scene... which, like, genuinely... me and Adam were, like, screaming out laughing because we couldn't believe he'd actually done it. Like... I don't want to spoil it because you probably got to just experience it for yourself.
On a scale from the Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis Freaky Friday to the Rob Schneider, Rachel McAdams body swap movie, how good is it? This is not a linear scale.
Is that the hot chick?
The hot chick, that one.
I haven't seen the hot chick.
I regrettably have.
I thought it was... the movie is definitely at its best in the middle when Vince Vaughn is the girl. The opening half an hour is boring, and the ending is just roll your eyes, cliche. Apart from that, it's fine.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd watch it again. I'd watch it if it was Halloween and I wanted a fun horror movie to watch. Although I'd say if you haven't seen
so spooked.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Happy Death Day, probably watch that instead.
Yep.
Mank.
Mank was another movie I actually saw.
Mank was friggin' good.
We saw this in cinemas because we're suckers who have Netflix and don't use it.
Right. This movie helped, like, because I knew about Citizen Kane, but it was kind of great to see it's basically Bernie Sanders writing his movie. It's a socialist take on capitalism through Citizen Kane. And I really love this movie.
Hey, get politics out of my movies, please. I don't want politics in my movies.
This is the kind of movie that politics is very integral to. Because Citizen Kane is not basically, but is kind of Donald Trump, the movie, except Trump won the election. And even with, Kane has one scandal and that puts him out of his race. And Trump, had multiple scandals and he still won. But
scandals don't mean anything
Scandals
anymore.
don't mean nothing no more, but back then in the 40s they definitely did. I thought this movie was really good. It was excellent. The writing was fantastic. David Fincher's first movie since Gone Girl. Because he did the Netflix series Mindhunter.
Yes.
That was his big
I was
project.
trying to figure... I was like, I swear he's done something since. No, Mindhunter, yeah. I think that this has the perfect aesthetic. I think this has
That's a beautiful
fantastic performances. I think the writing's really good. And I cannot figure out why this didn't fully click into a great movie for me.
Yeah.
Because everything seems to line up in a row.
It moves a little too slow around the middle.
Yeah. I think that's... It almost feels like that's what they were going for, though.
Yeah.
Like a slower movie, sort of take its time.
I was really enjoying the opening of it, though. And the end. Like, the final speech he gives is incredible.
Gary
Because
Oldman.
it was written by Fincher's father, I believe. Jack Fincher.
I think it was the late father of David Fincher's
so
last work.
that was, great ending. I mean, Gary Oldman gave pretty much the best performance of the year by a country mile. If we haven't,
Sonic. The Hedgehog.
Oh, right, okay.
James Marsden.
Yeah, but go watch Mank if you like Citizen Kane.
If you like to pretend you're a cinephile like me, go watch Mank without having seen Citizen Kane.
Oh my god,
that was a good decision. Good job, Harry.
Borat Tuski.
My wife.
Wow, we are. At least, maybe it's because of COVID that people haven't been able to do their Borat impersonations out in
person.
Public. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
I think the consensus is really funny if you can take a joke.
Which is a rare quality nowadays since the original.
If you find yourself kind of like religiously partisan political, you might on one side of the aisle you'll probably hate this movie because it's very obviously taking swipes at one side and not a lot of the other. But I mean, that's Sacha Baron Cohen. That's what you're getting yourself into. I loved this movie.
I thought it was a very needed move.
I loved it.
Not something I thought I'd say about a Borat sequel,
No.
but I think the global times we're in definitely needed Borat too.
I mean, sure. I think the big criticism is that he didn't always get the reaction he wanted. The biggest one for me is the Mike Pence thing.
Yeah.
Where there was video out of it before, and I think Pence looked at him for a second, and then he was kind of quickly escorted out. And the Rudy Giuliani thing, I mean, Rudy's an absolute nut, but look,
I think
he
he's
probably
self-incriminated himself far worse in the past couple months than this movie.
Like, I think everyone knows that the best part of the movie was his daughter.
Yeah.
Because with her, you got to have more of those candid moments because people know who Sacha Baron Cohen and Borat were.
Yeah.
Like, I love that bit where he's running around with a paper bag on his head because people have recognized that he's come back.
Yeah.
The twist might be one of my favorite movie twists of all time.
I think that's a little much for this little movie that could twist.
I think I couldn't
I think
believe it.
calling it a twist is almost a bit much because I had an inkling.
I thought it was just fantastic how it wrapped up, but
I loved getting Tom Hanks in this movie.
I think the movie is just kind of like the takedown of America, because I'm sorry.
I thought America was the takedown.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry if you're listening to this and you're American, but your country is a big joke right now. Like,
I do not stand with his comments.
Everyone watches like the news. You watch that what's going on in America, and everyone's like, "Oh my god." Literally every place you go, it's just, at least we're not America. Like the ending with the running of the American, where they've changed that up. I was dying laughing at that.
Yep.
Little bit the dance of, what was it, when they go to the prom night or whatever. Oh, that was disgusting. When they go to the abortion clinic.
Fantastic. I mean, it was in all the promos and everything, but even still.
Oh dear.
I found like him going into the synagogue.
Oh my
very
god.
Sweet. But then researching it afterwards and them finding out it was Borat, those ladies were not as, which I'm like, what?
Well, I mean, yeah.
How is that worse than him going in dressed as the most anti-Semitic thing ever?
Really fucked. And when what he like reads online that the Holocaust was fake, and his whole faith is shake.
Oh, this movie is abysmal, but also a little funny.
It's brilliant.
It's
brilliant.
It's a little bit funny.
I think, I think if you're complaining that it's too political, then
don't follow Sacha Baron Cohen's work.
Who gives a fuck?
But also, there's so much stuff out there. Just don't watch it.
Yeah.
Is that all the movies?
Real good time. One more.
Oh.
One more. One more, and then one we will talk about. I saw Irresistible, which I talked about before. The Jon Stewart movie. So Steve Carell and Rose Byrne are in it, and yeah, Chris Cooper's in it.
How have I not heard of this movie?
So basically, Chris Cooper uploads a video of him speaking out at a town hall, and it captures the attention of a nation. And Steve Carell's just like, so Steve Carell's is a Democrat, and Rose Byrne's a Republican. So Steve Carell goes out to this small town and says, "We're gonna help you run for mayor. Please stop doing that to my face."
What?
Nothing. So Steve Carell goes out and to help Chris Cooper run for mayor, and
Actor Steve Carell?
Yeah, actor Steve Carell, and Mackenzie Davis is Chris Cooper's daughter, and basically they're trying to get as much money. And then Rose Byrne comes in and tries to help the guy who's the mayor. And then all of a sudden, this whole thing's captured the attention of the nation, and the media's there. And because it's Jon Stewart, it's critical of everyone. And then it's revealed that, oh no, we faked the video. We just wanted to do it so you would give us $7 million to help save our school. And Jon Stewart says, see what happens when the media gets wrapped up. And I was just sitting there like, wait, is this a stunt on me or the media? I just watched this movie for 2 hours to get stunted on.
Who's the village fool?
Yeah.
Is it me?
Like, what?
This is what happens when you let Green Lanterns direct movies. Go home, Jon Stewart.
The Daily Show guy was in Green Lantern.
No, Jon Stewart is a Green Lantern. In the CW
The
shows,
Idris Elba one?
he was renamed John Diggle.
But yeah, don't watch it. It's preachy.
Don't watch it, it's preachy.
Yeah. Borat 2 was better preachy and political than this one. This one just felt like it was trying to give me a civics lesson, and I didn't want that at all. Jon Stewart's other movie, Rosewater, was way better than this.
I think Borat succeeds because it's like, this is what I'm saying, and if you don't like that or you don't care, I don't care either.
Yeah. All right. It's time. New Mutants.
Oh. Doesn't feel like New Mutants, I must say.
It feels like we want to make an indie horror movie but put terribly CGI'd things in our movie.
2014's The New Mutants, released in 2020.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, it's a fine movie.
It's fine. I think our reaction was the same as when we saw Fantastic Four for the first time.
No, do not drag this down to Fantastic.
I'm saying the first time we saw it, like after the few weeks, we were like, it wasn't that bad. But then as time went on, you're like, oh yeah, maybe it was that bad.
No, we were looking at this dumpster fire saying, it's not two dumpster fires. This was a
would you call it passable?
I would say it's definitely passable.
Yeah.
I think it is not setting the world on fire in any of its aspects. Performances, writing...
No,
nothing. Direction, the plot is...
I don't think... like... In most movies, there'll be a moment where I'm like, oh, cool. I don't think I had a single moment like that in this movie.
Giant demon bear.
Oh, dear.
I must say, Anya Taylor-Joy's character was
racist.
And then she was like, oh, and I'm going to fuck this bear up.
Yeah.
And you guys can do your own thing, but for the last 20 minutes, I'm going to fuck this bear up.
Or did one of the main guys die?
No, the lady did.
Yeah.
She got eaten by a demon bear.
Oh my god. That fight in the church. At least they kept it small scale.
In a church?
So, like, at least in like terms of scale, everything did build up. As stupid as that final fight was, I guess it felt earned in a dumb way. They've been hyping and talking about this bear the whole damn movie, so...
No, Tyrone. They had been talking about the two bears inside of you. And one is good and one is bad, and feed the right bear or you'll be bad. But also that metaphor is also like, there are two wolves inside of you, but because we had an Irish werewolf... You couldn't lean towards that.
CGI painting guys from It showed up. There was that stupid scene with the dude with the smiley face.
We had big boy priest.
I mean,
branding a werewolf. We had flaming lady in the pool.
I was hoping for one thing that I would look at that and be like, oh damn, that's kind of disturbing, but no. Nah, it was all stuff I've seen before, but I guess, you know, if you only watch superhero movies and you never watched a horror movie in your life, I guess you might be going, oh,
interested by
some elements of this. But, you know, if you've watched even 2 horror movies, you'll know that this is nothing special.
Hey, but we had a boy that was afraid of coal. And we had a lady
okay,
that was afraid of
that was
priests.
a good part. The characters were fleshed out.
Were they, or were they given different accents?
No, we got enough of their backstories, didn't we?
Name any of the characters.
Yeah, well, werewolf lady or
Russian.
Native American girl, Russian, coal mining southerner, and hot Latino, and evil doctor. Was there another dude who was a doctor?
No.
Okay. Oh, there was the dad of the main girl.
Who died instantly.
Yeah, because he got some twigs in his chest.
Ah, twigs in my chest. Hey, and don't you forget, Mr. Sinister was not in this movie, but he probably would have been in a sequel. Yay.
Was that the Deadpool guy?
Yeah, Essex Corp.
Okay. So that is what they were
teasing.
He
had a cameo in one of these movies. I don't know
what
which
were
one.
they teasing the end of? Apocalypse? Was they teasing?
Yeah, I think Apocalypse, yeah.
Wow. So Apocalypse teased this movie.
Thank you, Apocalypse.
That's weird.
Wasn't this originally moved because Apocalypse was coming out? Was that the X-Men movie that they moved for?
Really?
I think so.
Oh my god, I did not know that. That's every movie, unless you can think of another one. Nope. I can't think
Unless
of it.
you want to talk about the Michael Caine film, The Italian Job.
No. Move on. All right. Disney, Star Wars, everyone, everywhere is having...
There is, Star Wars 10 shows in the immediate future.
All right. So should we talk about Star Wars...
So we got Rogue Squadron.
Yeah. So Patty Jenkins has said that she wants to make the bestest spaceship movie ever.
Just gonna have to battle Independence Day Resurgence for that role.
Can I talk about that movie for a bit?
No.
I hate...
Patty Jenkins is making Rogue Squadron.
I hate the first Independence Day because it's dumb. But... like, okay, yeah,
Andor.
No, move on. Yeah, so Patty Jenkins basically got out of a car, put some roller skates on, and skated over to an X-wing.
Awesome.
Cool. So she says she's making the bestest fighter pilot movie ever. Alrighty.
We got Cassian Andor show.
Why are they making this TV show?
But also, I'm more interested in this than most of the others, I feel. I'm like, okay.
No.
Which is more than the others, which are, oh.
Are we going to learn about how he was in this fight since he was 6 years old? Oh my god. You know what? Rogue One probably had the best... Oh god, I can't even say story. Because it was like a who cares how they got the plans to the Death Star?
I do. I, Harry, fan of Star Wars. Fan of Rogue One.
It's like, spoiler alert, they get it. Okay. Like, I've said multiple times that I'm not a fan of Rogue One because the characters are boring. I think, it's my least favorite Disney one.
Least favorite?
Yeah, I'd take Rise of Skywalker over Rogue One.
You'll take The Last Jedi over Rogue... this discussion's over. Next series, we got Ahsoka. There's no order to this, I'm just...
Hang on, no, I've got the list. Okay, so Obi-Wan...
Is it Obi-Wan Kenobi? Is that what...
Obi-Wan... Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Fun.
Will feature Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader.
Wholesome moments for the win, because... bloody Ewan McGregor saying that the best thing to come out of this was him reuniting with Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, but then how... What
So
the hell?
wholesome.
Okay, fine. If they do, they better not share... They better not physically be on screen together.
Or what?
They
You fan of Star Wars is going to get angry at Star Wars?
Well,
imagine that happening.
That would be dumb, wouldn't it? That would just like... Last time I was the learner or whatever. Now this time
Yeah.
I am the master.
George Lucas can just re-release the original trilogy.
Yeah, you can just change
swap that line out, and you know what he can say instead? McClunky.
Well, this last time I met you was 5 years ago on Tatooine. Do you remember this?
Remember when we both hit each other on the head?
If they're talking to each other in a Force stream, or Obi-Wan's having flashbacks of Anakin, fine. But if we end up at a certain point and Obi-Wan and Vader actually fight...
Good.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That would be dumb.
Dumber things have happened.
The dumber things have happened. They did bring back Palpatine, but...
I'm fine with it. I, as a fan of some Star Wars, have learned to just go with it, or it will destroy you.
Yeah. I mean, they better not, but whatever. I don't think they will. They're, like... I feel like they've been, apart from the Palpatine thing, they've been fairly respectful to the timeline.
I mean, they did have to scrap so much extended universe for it.
Well, yeah, but that was... Even Lucas didn't care. Lucas didn't acknowledge that stuff. Because Lucas said that outside of my movies, I don't care. Like, I know there are people online who are saying, "Oh no, they scrapped Lucas's EU vision." No, like stop picking and choosing your own what Lucas accepts and what he doesn't accept.
You do you.
Yeah,
champ.
Yeah, you can accept the EU as canon, but don't say that other people are when they obviously haven't.
Put that in your headcanon and smoke it.
Leslie Headland's mystery series is revealed as Acolyte, a female-driven series set in the High Republic era. Okay. Lando Calrissian is getting an event series. I'm hoping True Detective style Lando with fucking Donald Glover.
I don't think Lando is a True Detective character.
I wonder with a lot of these things... Will Alden Ehrenreich return in any way?
But do we know it is young Lando?
Did they say?
Because it could be old Lando finding out if his girlfriend/daughter is from somewhere.
Yeah, because it hasn't. They haven't announced who it is, but I would hedge my bets on Donald Glover because Billy D. Williams can't really. Well, he can't run around. He has a cane.
Yeah.
In The Rise of Skywalker, like when he was wearing the helmet, that was very obviously a body double. And when he was on when they first meeting, he's sitting down, and then when he returns, he's in the Falcon. And
I think the second
you never see Lando's full body in that movie.
The second they can announce Don Glover is attached, though, they're going to.
Yeah, I do think it should be a young. It'll probably tell the story of how he gets to Cloud City.
He caught a bus.
I mean, legit, how exciting can these things be?
Lando purchased a ticket, got on the bus.
Really, in my mind, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show should literally just be he buys a home,
he kicks the sand around.
He just gets on his little weird space camel and just goes to the market every week, and just on the way there, he just glances by the old Lars homestead. That's it.
I hope that Obi-Wan Kenobi makes the same joke to himself, picks up sand and says, "I know a guy who would hate this," and then chuckles and puts it down and does his grocery shopping.
I mean, what are the chances that the Obi-Wan show is basically like an episode of The Mandalorian just elongated over a season where he finds a little group of scrappy people who are getting invaded by a group or thing or monster, and Obi-Wan has to help them fight it off.
The thing's in it?
Like it's a goddamn...
It's clobbering time. He fights the thing.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
On
Tatooine. Remember when it's clobbering time was what the thing's abusive brother said before beating the shit out of him? I love family movies and Josh Trank.
Moving on.
The Mandalorian will have at least 2 spin-offs. Star Wars Ahsoka and Star Wars
Rangers of the New Republic. Which will conclude in together? their
Probably.
arcs are going to intertwine at the end, I think.
Yeah.
I'm fine by that as someone who has not seen all of Clone Wars and doesn't understand the Ahsoka character fully, but is happy to nod along like an aunt or uncle that doesn't get your job title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ahsoka's cool. I mean, I saw a lot of rage because they didn't cast the
voice actress.
Yeah, I mean, okay, whatever.
That's the issue with animated series, but we're in the era where we're going to find it out.
I think it's the issue of Star Wars animated series.
Well, video games have long had the same issue. Video characters are just defined by a look and a voice. And you spend so much time with those characters, making movies is hard.
They're making a teaser for the Clone Wars.
The Bad
Batch. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Patty Jenkins, we talked about. All right, Marvel shows.
Now this,
you're gonna have to talk
for.
me through these. Secret Invasion, starring Samuel L. Jackson
and Ben Mendelsohn.
Ben
Mendelsohn from.
He plays Talos.
The Skrull.
Yeah.
So, Secret Invasion is basically Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but Marvel in the comics.
Cool.
And so it looks like it's going to be, Nick Fury and a Skrull trying to stop the whole world from being taken over by an evil group of Skrulls. Sounds awesome.
Ironheart
is she's a really new character. She is kind of the legacy character to Iron Man. Riri Williams, she makes her own suit. She becomes Ironheart. So I think that's...
Oh, yeah, it did have the same font as the Iron Man one, didn't it?
Yeah, I think Armor Wars might tie into that a little bit.
Don Cheadle's War Machine.
John Cheadle.
Don Cheadle's War Machine.
I'm very excited for Armor Wars.
As he fights to stop Tony... If this is Don Cheadle fighting terrorists with armor tech, that could be cool.
Essentially, in the comics,
like in Iron Man 3 when War Machine's doing all of his stuff in Afghanistan.
Shush. In the comics, Armor Wars is basically the suit gets made in every country because they sell the suits or whatever.
Like Justin Hammer was trying to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
well, Justin Hammer.
Oh. That's the thing. That's what I'm so excited for. This is setting up such a Justin Hammer story. He just fits into it so well.
That would be amazing. If Justin Hammer comes back. Because wasn't it in that little Ben Kingsley short film? Like,
yeah.
That was great. Okay. Baby Groot. Okay, that's
just
animated specials. It's like
series.
It's like a buddy Lego Star Wars stuff.
Lego Star Wars Holiday Special,
which was fucking crazy.
You watched it?
Yeah, I did.
Any good?
They basically go time traveling through portals, and there is a point which they basically ended up with every single person from every single lightsaber fight or battle just on Tatooine at the last homestead. Luke's just like sitting there, just like the hell's going on? It's the weirdest shit.
Fantastic.
Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, directed by James Gunn.
So that's going to be filmed and written back to back with Guardians 3.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Thor
I'm
be
all
in it?
here for it. I think that, because Thor's coming beforehand, Thor will be like, okay, bye Guardians. And so Thor will not be.
All right,
I believe.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
This looks like red hot fun, but not too much more.
Like Winter Soldier fun. Wait. Winter Soldier, but a lower budget.
Yeah, but also that canyon chase looks very high budget for a TV
show. The one which has got everyone going like, this looks amazing is Loki.
Yeah.
You're really not sold on it yet?
I think that it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
But I also think it probably might not go hard enough.
Yeah. Well,
it looks very, I don't know, Doctor Who-esque, the time variance authority, the multiverse, all that. It seems like it's going to be crazy, but I think that in recent years we've seen crazier stuff. We've seen Legion, we've seen Doom Patrol, we've seen a lot of different properties that did not have a handbrake on, and I think being Marvel Cinematic Universe, this might.
Yeah. They don't take risks, do they?
They got a hand on the brakes.
Infinity War was a calculated risk because it's risky to kill off everyone, but still it's a great hook for the next movie where we're going to bring everyone back.
But it was a year window. It was like, we will let everyone think that they're dead, even though no one will believe it.
No one will believe that.
Yeah. So that I wouldn't even say Infinity War was a risk. Yeah, what if I'm very interested by?
Yeah.
Because it's got a clip of evil Doctor Strange fighting Doctor Strange, and I think on the animated front, it's gonna be where we see the coolest magic.
She-Hulk.
No, I also want.
Oh my god.
We saw Howard the Duck.
I still haven't seen the trailer. Okay.
You haven't?
She-Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, and
Tim Roth returning as Abomination.
Cool.
Tatiana Maslany's confirmed. She was denying it for a bit.
Okay.
But now it's confirmed. And they said, we're going to see some other characters along the way. So everyone's like, superhero lawyer, are we going to be getting Daredevil? Please put Daredevil
So
in
is
this.
John Watts basically the MCU next stage is Jon Favreau at this point?
Huh?
John Watts is the...
Oh, yeah.
Is the...
Phase 4.
Is the Phase 4 and Beyond's Jon Favreau, and that he's going to be kicking everything off. Because he's got his Spider-Man 3 and a Fantastic 5. Yeah. A fifth Fantastic.
There's a lot more
Look, this one...
Oh.
The thing is, we've had that many bad... This one needs to be great. This can't be good. If it's just good...
What's it all been for?
Yeah, there'd be no point. I would walk out of it going...
This is going to define the Fantastic Four characters for the next couple decades.
Because they've had so many misfires that they need this one to be... This needs to be great.
Yeah.
This needs to be top 10 Marvel tier.
Jeez.
And if it's not, then it just falls into the more... If it's just another, it was a fun Marvel movie.
This will live or die based on what spin they do. If they do like Future Foundation scientist superheroes, like, it will kick ass. If they do, we're a family and we're going around...
Going on a goofy adventure.
Oh.
Whoa! I have stretchy arms.
I want space sci-fi Indiana Jones. That's what I want.
Fuck. Alright, here we go. Alright. Ant-Man 3 is officially called Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which means we're going... So we're basically going with Spider-Man 3 and Ant-Man 3. We're basically just going on theme park rides.
Yeah. Well, we don't know the Spider-Man 3 title.
Ant-Man and the Wasp was so dull. Especially after Infinity War.
We got Kang the Conqueror.
You know what? Ant-Man and the Wasp is like a serviceable movie if it came out in 2017. However, to be the first movie after Infinity War, massive swing and miss.
But I think Quantumania sounds good, especially after watching the Mando finale. Peyton Reed directed. I was like,
that's
both of these
episodes were fine, yeah.
But yeah, Kang the Conqueror, Quantumania. This sounds like it should be interesting because they have a villain.
Was it Jerry Fumiyama who did the
Rick Famuyiwa?
Yeah, the one he did the last episode, the Bill Burr episode this season, which was amazing. But Miss Marvel and Monica Rambeau will appear in Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah, they've got a new set of directors, which I think is probably for the best. I had nothing against the direction of the first one.
It was just dull.
I think it just needs a bit more of a flair, a bit more of a taste.
Yeah.
But putting Miss Marvel and Spectrum, I'm not sure if they're going to call her that in this, but Monica Rambeau grown up. In this movie, it's looking a lot more mentor-y, and I think that's probably the best thing to do for Captain Marvel.
Well, I think so. We remember how great Doctor Strange was in Infinity War. Yep. Do you think the Russo brothers just didn't know what to do with Captain Marvel in Endgame?
I think she was too big a player, but also we didn't know her enough.
You can't have her own movie.
You can't have
I think that's how bad that movie did, though.
That's
how bad the movie did. It didn't establish her as a character at all.
But that was filmed after Infinity War. After Endgame.
Okay.
All those scenes for that were filmed beforehand. So I think it was literally, we can't introduce a character last year and have her be the most powerful one.
Yeah.
Like, even Doctor Strange, they were like, we need our Avengers to win this war.
It's like legit, you build up the DC, you have everyone, and then at like the last second, Superman comes in after all of these movies. That was basically what it was like. DC. Someone said DC. Let's not talk about DC.
No.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and that will
Sick.
connect us to the events of Spider-Man 3.
And WandaVision. WandaVision looks good. We didn't see any much more. It seems claustrophobic and going through the eras. Yada, yada, yada. Cannot wait. January 15th.
Christian Bale's going to be in Thor
As
17.
Gore the God Butcher.
Yeah.
Everyone thought he was going to be the 80s businessman who turns into a Minotaur. But
The mighty Minotaur.
which would have been
Ghost of Stonewall
fantastic.
Jackson.
But Gore the God Butcher, who has a symbiote like sword, and when I think his wife and family died, he was like, there can't be gods because they wouldn't let this happen. And then everyone's like, Asgardians are gods, and he's like, I'm gonna kill them all.
Oh my god. So he's going to kill all the Asgardians again? He's going to kill the quarter of them that are left?
Hey, they were okay. So Hela,
I mean, they don't
Hela did
don't
most of
exactly
it.
have their defenses up. They're all just in that tiny village now.
Yeah. Hey, but we got King Valkyrie, which
Okay.
mwah. I recently finally got around to Westworld Season 3, and Tessa Thompson.
So
Mwah.
we're going to have Thor in a Guardians holiday special, a Guardians 3, and a Thor. Another
I think
Thor.
he'll be in one of those Guardians properties. I don't think he's going to be in both. He might be.
Christmas special. What are they celebrating? What's their version of Life Day?
It'd be,
David Hasselhoff will be in it, won't he?
yeah.
Black Panther 2.
We don't know much about how they're moving forward. We just know that they are moving forward.
Marvel won't recast.
They're not going to
the
recast.
T'Challa role out of respect. Yeah. Instead, the Black Panther series will expand the other characters using the branding world of, because the world is amazing.
Yeah, Wakanda is a fantastic setting.
And you have like a litany of, one of the good things they did. There's a litany of characters they have who could become the next one.
I think I've seen around that, like, yeah, Shuri should be the royal Black Panther half, and M'Baku should be the brawler. Because I think that, yeah, T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman, was like this perfect combination of all the parts that saying one person cannot fit this role is the best blessing you could give.
The big problem with Black Panther is that he already had his character arc in Civil War, and it was a fantastic one. And then by the time you rocked around to the next one, it's like, oh, we got to do the. It's basically we've got to do the Hamlet thing again.
Yeah. Which wasn't as strong as him coming to terms with all the vengeance and stuff that defined Civil War.
So now we've got the Fox properties, basically. Oh, well, this one's former Paramount, Lucasfilm. Indiana Jones 5 is now in production. James Mangold...
Production?
Pre-production.
I was going to say.
With a planned 2022 release, this will be the final film to feature 78-year-old Harrison Ford.
The final Indiana Jones film?
I'm hoping...
Or the final film?
I mean, I'm hoping...
Are they going to take him out back and shoot him after they finish filming?
No, they'll put him in a plane and...
He'll do it himself.
He'll do it himself. So, I don't know.
They said it's the final Indiana Jones film, which means we're going to get spin-offs depending on how successful this is.
That's... Because I like Shia LaBeouf's character. He was good. Mutt was a good character. Like, that scene in the diner was fantastic, and the motorbike... Oh, the motorbike chase was...
The monkey chase. Oh, fantastic.
That movie was so... It was really good for the first half. I will stand by that. The first... Oh, well... Actually, no. Hang on. Let me rephrase that.
I think you're trying to convince
There is
yourself that it's good.
The nuclear bomb scene, once he gets out of that and up until the bit where they get to South America, that chunk in there is really good. where he's back at the college and then there's the motorbike chase.
I don't believe you.
No, watch it again. That part is actually fine.
I have so much to watch. I'm not rewatching the worst
Just
Indiana Jones movie.
Just watch. If you just find that bit once the nuclear bomb goes up and the stupid fridge bit to the bit where they get to South America. It's good.
Okay, I will rewatch that movie.
That fucking motorcycle chase is great. I don't know. I like My Story.
Go check out Tyrone's Indiana Jones video.
Fox. Noah Hawley's Alien series. Fargo's Noah Hawley is overseeing new Alien series. The series is set on Earth.
Sick.
Sweet. Okay.
I think because they haven't officially announced, or they might have, I don't know, but Disney's Star, which is going to be like their MA content. Or R-rated.
Is that where they're going to move Deadpool to?
Yeah, Deadpool, Kingsman, Aliens, all the Fox stuff they can't put on Disney Plus is going to be on like a subsection.
Predator back?
I thought Kevin Spacey had been cancelled.
Oh. We can only go to that well so many times. Alright, well, we haven't had anything good come out of Aliens since what? Aliens. Alien 3s.
Alien 3 is...
No, I don't like Alien 3.
I enjoy Prometheus, even if I don't understand it.
It's not really Alien, though, is it?
Yes,
it's that movie doesn't need Alien. It's a fine sci-fi movie on itself. It's just unfortunate they had to make it part of Alien, which is how Ridley Scott... Ridley Scott can get funding by himself because he's got scot-free or whatever.
Right now,
Will you do the fingering, Harry?
I am signalling, playing a flute at
here we
Tyrone.
go. Pixar's Toy Story prequel, Lightyear.
Based on because in the Toy Story universe...
So it's a movie which the toy comes from, right? This is going to be a movie in their universe, right? Okay, cool.
I think so. It might be
I hope we get like fake ads before, like we get a Dynaco ad or something.
Yes.
Can we get a Rust Ease ad before? Can we get an Al's
a
Toy Barn ad?
BNL.
Yeah. that would be great. Just have our like Pixar.
Because until I had that clarified, I was like, "Why is Chris Evans voicing Buzz Lightyear? I am so mad." And they're like, Tim Allen's the toy voice."
Tiana and Moana are both getting spin-offs.
So they're doing Disney Plus series based around Tiana from Princess and the Frog, which is a criminally underrated film.
I really like that movie, but what the hell's left to do?
I don't know, but I cannot wait to see it.
Randy Newman gonna write some more songs. I mean, you don't need 3 songs an episode.
The Moana as well. They're doing so many series.
Like, Princess and the Frog was a great movie. No one saw it, though.
No.
Yeah. Oh, weird.
It's fantastic. Criminally underrated. We're getting like a Doug Days series based on Doug from Up. We're getting Zootopia Plus. We're getting...
And these aren't going to be like 4-minute bonus features, are they?
No, these are series.
Like,
we're getting Baymax.
Oh my god, the only person they've done this for is Toemater.
Toemater. No, they gave him shorts though.
At the Ghost Light. And
Mater and the Ghost Light.
He has the Lightning McQueen dream from the first cover where he's a movie star and blowing up shit like it's War of the Worlds.
I don't remember this.
Damn.
Baymax series as well, which
cool.
I really want them to explore that universe more, not in that shitty Disney animated series. That's 2D animation and it was on Disney Junior or whatever.
Disney's live-action Pinocchio remake starring Tom Hanks. Is he going to be Geppetto?
Pinocchio? Oh. He's the fish.
Oh my god. Tom Hanks is Stromboli. Who's going to be Stromboli? And how over the top are they going to go, and how much flack are they going to get it for being racially stereotyped?
And, Tyrone, I hear you've been casted in it. You're playing all the asses.
Shut up, man. Oh well, no. There was another live action Pinocchio made this year, which was Italian, but they spoke English. Yeah. I can't remember who directed it. It was like some big name director. Pinocchio.
Isn't Robert Zemeckis doing the Disney one? The live action?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why you've got Tom Hanks.
Go Bob. Go Bob. Bob
Pinocchio
Zemeckis says
2019. Matteo Garone. Yeah, but it looked creepy, man.
go. Oh no, not a gritty
It's not gritty. It's not gritty, but it looks weird. Disney hasn't revealed whether other live-action remakes like Cruella and Peter Pan and Wendy... Wait.
Peter Pan and Wendy's
Cruella, Peter Pan and Wendy is a show. Okay.
Yep.
Raya and the Last Dragon. That's the one Kelly Marie Tran's in, right?
Yeah, it's going to be having a Disney Plus Premiere Access release with its cinema release.
Okay, go watch it in the cinema.
Yep. But I think Soul is dropping Christmas, but it doesn't have
Christmas
Premiere
Day.
Access.
Yeah.
Which, good.
Maybe they'll... this will be an interesting thing, I think. Whether they'll get as much money for Soul compared to Mulan, which had that ridiculous $40 charge on it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's going to be so hard to track, like, the sign-ups because of specific
Yeah,
properties.
because you've got... Netflix has Netflix just tracks it by how many streams they get.
Yeah, whereas this is sign-ups.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, our favourite news. 4 more seasons of It's Always Sunny.
Yes. Because
Is
that now it's officially the longest-running sitcom of all time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or it will
Fantastic.
be after.
Will
Disney's...
Danny survive 80 more seasons?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's eternal.
So, many more iconic franchises on Disney Plus with new spin-off series announced for The Mighty Ducks, Chip 'n Dale, Big Hero 6, Zootopia.
Chip and Dale with John Mulaney and Andy Samberg as Chip and Dale, and one of the other Lonely Island guys is like directing it. So I'm like,
Disney announced a sequel to 1993's Hocus Pocus and a reboot series for Percy Jackson.
Sister Act 3.
Too fast, too habit, too none.
Back in the Electric Boogaloo.
Oh yeah. That's everything I got here for
Disenchanted.
Disney. Now, Wonder Woman's coming out on Saturday.
Is it?
Yep.
What
Boxing
day is
Day.
it?
Today is Monday. Boxing Day is Saturday. Wonder Woman comes out Saturday.
Christmas is Friday?
Yeah. Ew.
Like this video if you know Christmas is this week.
So, what we've got here
We baited
is
those suckers.
Wonder Woman will be released, and of course it was announced that HBO Max will be releasing all the Warner Brothers movies on HBO Max
Simultaneously
with their...
with open theaters worldwide, which is interesting because HBO Max is American exclusive, America, Canada maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They
got it
seems like a
on
weird rollout.
Roku. It's come to Australia.
Oh, okay, yep.
Announcements, but now they've become a big one. So yeah, Wonder Woman is going to be released on Saturday.
In one fell swoop, they have joined the A-League.
Yeah, so Matrix 4, which I'm not excited for in the least, and Dune, which I'm very excited for,
Yeah.
are coming out. Christopher Nolan was not happy at all.
No, Christopher Nolan was very pissed off.
Do you think...
I think so was...
Because Christopher Nolan knows that his movie... Because he's a lover of cinema, and he loves that... For him, it's... I shoot my movies in IMAX because they're meant to be seen on a big screen. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, unfortunately, because of COVID, I guess America have got their vaccinations started. And that basically dictates how everything else will go.
Sir Ian McKellen had the cutest post of him getting the
Yeah.
vaccination.
Yeah.
God, that man is adorable.
With his skinny little arms.
Can Disney Plus please give Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen a series where they just...
road trip show.
Or a prank series.
But, yeah, apart from that, I don't know. Are movies dead? Probably not.
Nah.
I think it'll be... I do think it's well done that we've had a year off. So, like, especially after last year, where we basically got the three big properties in entertainment, Game of Thrones, Star Wars, and Marvel, all come to an end.
Yeah.
Two of them complete strikeouts. One of them was a very nice triple. Not a home run, but a very good ending.
Yeah, yeah.
But
so,
yeah,
what are all these movies? Go through and let's do reactions to what we're vibing.
HBO Max release schedule. 3
words or less for each movie.
Okay, all right. Mortal Kombat.
Doesn't sound good.
The Little Things. Okay, I'll just do. Okay, Tom and Jerry.
I hate it.
Kill Me Now. Yeah, that was Michael Pena, Chloe Grace Moretz, Colin Jost.
I've used my 3 words. I've used my 3 words.
Why is the computer's going all slow? Here we go. Godzilla vs. Kong. A year... Oh, wait. Is it a year ago? 2 years ago, I would have been extremely excited for this.
Tyrone saw Godzilla in the cinemas 4 times.
After fucking King of the Monsters, that movie was just flaming garbage.
Godzilla,
sequel bait.
King of the crying Millie Bobby
Space
Brown.
Jam 2ski with LeBron James.
Awesome. Is the synopsis not like they're going through movies?
The sequel to the original,
basketball
the next
against
tells
like
a story.
Villains?
As he finds a way through different Warner Brothers movies and face off against a villain, Al G, played by Don Cheadle. The Suicide Squad.
Awesome sauce.
Dune.
Don't understand. Excited.
Elvis.
Who?
Elvis. Directed by Baz Luhrmann.
Oh
no!
Dun, dun, dun,
Why, dude?
I
can't stand his movies.
Australia,
kind of like Great Gatsby, Moulin Rouge,
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh my god, I hated it. King Richard tells the story of tennis superstars, Venus and Serena Williams, and their father, played by Will Smith.
Sport bad.
Matrix 4, get fucked.
Is that the subtitle?
Yeah.
Matrix 4.
No, I hate the Matrix movies.
I am indifferent. You want to know why?
Why?
I've never seen any of them.
Matrix 1, passable action movie, has aged terribly. Matrix 2, so preachy and ridiculous. Matrix 3, it was like getting punched in the face by just uppity, snobbish, you are meant to be the one, the god, to rule them all for an hour. Shut up. I just want to see what's his face from the guy who that guy mistook for Lawrence Fishburne. Oh yeah, Lawrence Fishburne. Jump on cars for 2 hours. Fuck that movie. Fuck the Matrix. Malignant. A new James Wan horror movie. What the hell? Those Who Wish Me Dead with Angelina Jolie, Nicholas Hoult, Tyler Perry.
Is Nicholas Hoult a good actor? Because I'm always bored by him.
He was awesome in Mad Max, I'll say that.
Yeah, because he was not doing a Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, like I saw like 2 minutes of Tolkien and I was just ready to flip the channel.
Nicholas Hoult playing Nicholas Hoult is the most boring thing I've ever seen. Sorry, Nicholas Hoult. Please comment and I will apologise.
Good looking man.
Good looking weasel.
But man, come on, bro.
Nicholas Hoult, I will fight you.
Good luck.
Nicholas Hoult, you'll demolish me, but I will put up a fight.
That's all I can find here. Oh my god, there's so much shit. Oh well, this is okay.
When are we getting Birds of Prey 2?
Two birds.
To prey.
To prey. Alright, that's it, guys. We've talked about everything under the sun and more. Oh my god, we missed Book of we already talked about Book of Boba Fett in the last one. Alright. Goodbye, everyone.
Gotta make that bank.
Bye!
Farewell. This is Harry. Out.